I just liked how it sounded and how it looked and what kind of power it represented and what it meant, and that's just something that got me really into it. Actually, I wanted to have a band and have, big hairdo and rock and roll and Guns N' Roses and that kind of stuff. But yeah, there was no electric guitar teachers around, so I had to start out with classical guitar. And then at the same time I started playing electric guitar, and a little bit for my own fun I started playing the bass and percussion as well. And then I heard around 2003 was it, I heard for the first time this steel string acoustic guitar. People were Michael Hedges, and he was playing it, doing these kind of things and tapping and all this stuff, and that blew my head, because hey, that's the instrument where I can do all these classical guitar, electric guitar, bass and percussion things all at the same time. From electric guitar players, Reeves Gabriels, who has played with David Bowie, and Daniel Lanois, Bill Frisell, Vernon Reid, a lot of old blues players, John Lee Hooker. I'm a big fan of The Who since I was a child, because my mother did a lot of these children's theater musical things, and so I was brought into that at a very young age. So performing has never felt really difficult for me. So it's not that I really want to perform or to be a center of attention. That's not the point, but rather I seem to be good at it. That's a gift. It's a good thing to share with people around you. Main thing in all music in general for me is the story of the song. So that has to be very well represented, whatever that is. There has to be, drama in the vocals or the guitar playing or whatever is happening in that song. And another side is the execution. I really like rhythm that takes you away. It doesn't have to be like that, but it can be slow or fast or both, and it can live. But strong rhythm gives a certain structure and feel to music, and I like it when it sucks you in. Weird, to be honest, because the way I started is one of the reasons why I'm doing this is also because when I was a kid, I lived actually quite a far away from my school. So after school, I would quite often actually just sit down and play the guitar, and didn't really have much, didn't know what else to do, and I liked it as well. And after developing majority of all the things I'm doing, sitting like this in a small room on the side of the bed, it's really odd to find yourself in really different places of the world, for example Taiwan, and meeting all these players you used to see on the internet and YouTube, and you never thought you'd meet them or become a part of the community that they represent, and find yourself representing that community. That's not that I am, or if I am, that's not really up to me, but it's it's really peculiar thing. I just enjoy the experience and observe whatever is happening and try to be, good company for everybody, whether it's an artist or you guys or whatever, Well, singing is something I've always done. I'm not as good with it, as compared to my playing, of course. But I should practice more. But there's a few guys that sing. I think the most famous one at the moment would probably be John Gone, and Newton Faulkner is a massive success in England, and Ed Sheeran, he's a fantastic player, even though he's not doing all the guitar trickery stuff that others are doing. But I've heard he's totally capable player, so to say. But yeah, singing is just something that happened out from a need, and it's not like I really wanted to always sing on top of what I'm playing. But if I play a song and I hear that this is a song that needs vocals, I'm not the kind of guy that, hey, I need vocals on this song. I'll call my 100 friends through if somebody wants to sing. No, I just wanted to make it happen right now, so I start singing whatever that is, actually. So that's how it happened. Okay, so Through the Eyes of Others is my latest album. It's a cover album. There's 14 songs, and none of those songs are mine. So there's songs by U2, Coldplay, Oasis, Beatles, one song from Kotaroshio, and a lot of other stuff. And it was a really fun album to make, and that's the first album I've done in about 4 years, after taking quite a break and seeing some other things than fingerstyle guitar stuff, playing in bands and those kind of things. So all those experiences just came into this one album, and I did it all by myself, and it was really fun to do. And I'm really happy to be back and playing again. Basics are quite simple because I come from a classical background. The classical guitar aims to be extremely efficient without using any excess power or anything like that. So I don't really hit so much around the guitar. I do it a little bit, but not too much. So instead, I usually have simple basics. So here's my kick drum. I use this part of my hand on this part of the guitar and just hit down my arm. So that's my kick drum. And then you can do a variety of different kind of snare drum sounds. This is probably the most common one I use. And so these are the basic hits. And in the middle, you can sort of wave your hands back and forth using your wrist. So it's sort of like slapping. Percussion and the melody, there's a variety of ways to make that happen. A lot of the time I actually, my left hand is acting like a rhythm guitar player's hand. So it's basically muting and choosing which strings are, making a sound. And that is something that comes from the electric guitar side, actually. I'll play a little bit of my song called Crime. So if I just do this, if I would use a plectrum, it would be. So it's actually my left hand is muting all the extra stuff. If I don't mute anything, it's just. You can't hear the melody through that. So you mute, and it's like playing an organ in a way.
Yeah.